Hi everyone, Alistair Davies here. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm privileged to be joined by Simon Dyson. Now Simon, if you don't already know, is a 6-time winner on the European Tour, a 3-time winner on the Asia Tour.
Asia, yeah.
And mostly importantly for today, he's played at Augusta twice at the Masters. So we're really privileged to have Simon join us today to talk a little bit about the Masters, specifically the course at Augusta, a little bit about his preparation. And really I wanted to ask him about some key shots. So the 12th hole in particular and the 13th hole. And then really we're going to ask Simon then a little bit more about anything else he did specifically to prepare to perform your best at the Masters. All right, so keep watching to find out how. So Simon, just talk to me about the 12th hole, the par 3. Everybody talks about the wind in that hole, obviously the shape of the green. So talk to me particularly, I don't know where the flag was in the round you played it, but the right-hand half of the green is probably the trickiest location, isn't it, from what people say?
Yeah, the first 2 days, I mean, I missed the cut in 2010, but I just remember standing over that shot, having had Michael Campbell hit 7-iron short, Ben Crane hit 9-iron long. So I'm stood there, you know, I'd never experienced it before, and the wind was just everywhere. So it's literally one of those shots that you just have to pick your club and commit to it.
So what did you hit?
I went with 8-iron, and I actually hit the green, but it literally only just crept over the front bunker.
Did it?
But yeah, I mean, you could see it stalling in the air, whereas Ben Crane's, literally the wind dropped, and it almost turned on him, and it went long. So really weird experience, that.
Yeah, you don't see that from the cameras. You hear a lot about the wind swirling there, and you get people see the pros getting quite paranoid, throwing grass up a lot, and watching and changing the clubs. But to see your playing partners obviously at 2 different clubs, especially if they hit the ball a similar distance in a standard form, and then you're there thinking, okay, what do I do here? Unless you hit like a low-flighted one.
Yeah, that was it. I actually put it off my back foot and tried to just take the wind out of the equation. You know, with the equipment nowadays, if you get one fired in low and you strike it good, no matter how strong the wind is, I mean, it was going through it okay anyway. And I always thought, even if I can get it long, it's not disastrous. So I tried to hit that low punch shot and take the wind out of it. But yeah, really surreal experience. Them two clubs difference, and they went totally the opposite.
You never hit it in the drink there, did you?
No, I didn't, thankfully. Thankfully, I was aiming well left, to be fair.
Good. So basically, if you were taking advice to the viewers, go into a shot they're comfortable with, like playing that more punch shot, would that be something you would say would be a good idea if you're in between clubs? Control the flight a little bit more? Yeah,
especially if it's that as windy as that place is. You know, I think if you can get, you know, keep it low, swing it slow, and just take an extra club. I mean, that's the saying, but it really is applicable on that type of shot.
Would the wind there be as kind of strong as like a links kind of course, to give a comparison, or would it be not as strong as that? It's just more gusty?
Yeah, it wouldn't be as strong as that, and it's gusty, but you can't feel it as well.
Okay, because of the trees.
You're stood on the tee, and it's the wind coming round from the 13th through the 12th and up to the 11th green.
Sure.
So you can't really feel it as much on the tee. So, but you know, the caddies, you see them walk forward 30 yards, throwing grass up. And that's what you've got to trust, or try and trust it.
Okay. And obviously the practice rounds will help you a little bit, but the wind obviously could be totally different.
Totally different. I mean, I remember I played the Honda the week before, sorry, not the Honda, Houston Open the week before the Masters. So before that, we went and had a couple of practice rounds before Houston, and there was not a breath of wind. Okay. So to then go on to the Thursday of the Masters and play it and there be a bit of wind was tricky, but like I say, you just got to try and commit to your shot.
Okay, cool. So let's get into the 13th hole now. So obviously the tee shot. What was your plan off the tee there?
13, obviously, all the dangers down the left. So I'm a natural drawer of the ball. So for me, it felt like quite an easy tee shot for me. It was just aim down the right, hit a little draw. If you overdraw it, you're still going to be left side of the fairway. The only way you're probably hitting it in the water is if you hit a hook.
Okay. And your run out was fine for you, was it?
Run out was fine. Yeah, I wasn't back then one of the longest, so I was okay. But then again, I'm also thinking, what's the worst that happens if I hit it dead straight? You know, I'm chipping it down and still got a 100-yard pitch on, so it still wasn't the end of the world. Just keep it away from that left side.
Okay. And what about the gradient for the second shot? Say you've hit a perfect drive and you're going in there with a long iron, I guess, or maybe even a short fairway rescue or something like that.
Yeah, I think one of the days I went in with a rescue. One of the days I missed the fairway, but one I was perfect, and I was going in with rescue. But what surprised me was just how far above the ball, far above your feet, the ball is. I mean, literally, you stood over a shot, and it's literally up here.
Okay.
It really surprised me, because I always used to watch that and think, well, why do they always leave it outright and go in the water or overhook it? And I got on the fairway and I couldn't tell the reason why, because the ball's a good 1.5 to 2 feet above your feet.
Sure, it doesn't look that much on TV,
No,
but
it doesn't.
Everyone says that whenever they go there, the slopes are totally different. So talk me through then, just again for the viewers, to get something of a tip from this a little bit as well. How would you play the ball above the feet? What's your process as a player? What do you do on that particular hole? What would you change to make the ball go where you want to, or control the ball flight?
Yeah, the thing with the ball above your feet, I would almost say, for me, would be club up and just concentrate on your balance. I think a lot of people try and find the ball when it's above the feet because it's a abnormal shot.
Sure.
So I would literally club up and then maybe even just have a little half swing. But for me, it's all about the balance, because you'll feel yourself take the club back and your balance might go a little bit forward.
Sure.
Or then you're totally out of position.
Yeah.
So like I say, just club up and just try and keep your balance, because that's the hard bit about that shot.
Would you try and hold it off a bit because the amount it's going to draw, or would you just you try and hold it off a bit?
Try and hold it off a little bit. Maybe put it forward in the stance so that you're exiting out from the left, and then maybe try and hold it up, because if you try and hit a draw, you know, it's going to be an out of control ball flight.
Either way right or way left, eh?
Exactly, yeah.
And we want to get that ball under control.
Yeah.
Okay, great. One last question about the course, really, and then what we're going to do, we're going to get you to just hit a golf shot and just go through your process, really, and a little bit maybe about the prep. So the greens, obviously everyone talks about the speed of the greens. What could you compare them to? Is there anything over here you compare them to, or is it just off the scale quicker?
Honestly, I've never compared them to anything. Okay. And people always say, are they that fast? Well, I always give them an example of the 14th. So you've got the par 4 between the two par 5s. I remember played into the wind one day and I hit, I think I hit a 6 iron in, but I got it literally to 20 feet. Sure. But it stayed on top of one of the mounds. Yeah. And if it had rolled down, you know, it might have been close, but I'm literally at the top of this mound. Say the hole's 20 feet that way, I was literally putting it that way and just tapping it 2 or 3 inches. Yeah. And then it got rolling, went down the slope, and I had a 30-footer back up the hill from a par. There was literally no way I could stop it. and I'm thinking, you know what? Maybe I'm giving this too much. But I went with it, and it just kept going and going. And then it gets the bottom tier, and then it's gone. So compared to like playing in the Open, for example, how much quicker would the greens be? I know the slope's more severe, but speed-wise, pure speed in the flat putt, would it still be quicker? Speed, yeah, they'll still be quicker. What, a couple of feet quicker? Yeah. Say over 20-foot putt? You know, I mean, what do they say? They get them to like 14 and a half on the stem. Yeah. I'd say an Open, you know, you play 12. Unless they're burnt out, you're looking at 11 and a half, like a St Andrews type place. But yeah, really, really fantastic experience. It's something I'll never forget. Yeah, really jealous. Yeah. Anything else that you did specifically preparation for the actual that tournament? Obviously, it was a major. Obviously, it's the Masters. Is there anything you did prep? You obviously had practice rounds before you went to Houston. Anything else you did specifically? I just remember working a lot with my coach at the time, Pete Cowan. Yeah. He always loves you to hit that little pitch that's low, little bit right to left with a bit of check on it. It's so important around there, because you're going to be left a lot of shots like that. Like, say like your third hole, when that pin's on that left-hand side. Yeah. A lot of people try and, you know, flight it all the way. It might come out a bit fast and then it goes long and you've left yourself a horrible chip back. So he always likes to just get it on the middle of the green, low draw, get it checking, and then it all feeds down. Yeah, that's the way I like to teach it too. Exactly, and there's a lot of shots out there. So I just remember having a few weeks with him, literally just working on that shot. Pete's great at that as well. Pete's one of my kind of mentors. I did a lot of training with Pete for my teaching when I first started to teach. Yeah. So a lot of the stuff he went through with us was wedge play, bunker play, and
balance and patterns. So a lot of the stuff Pete does, he tries to get specific shots for specific courses as well, doesn't he? And obviously you having first-hand experience of that as a coach, he kind of says, these are the shots you need this week, these short game shots particularly, wouldn't he? He'd kind of try and set that seed in your mind and make sure you practice them in preparation.
Absolutely. I could tell you, you know, dozens of shots for specific courses, or even just specific types of grass. Like you go to America and it's this type of grass, so this is how you play your chips this week. And it's brilliant.
Really useful, that, isn't it?
Very, very useful.
Okay, so thanks, Simon, for joining us.
Thank you.
Great to have you on the channel. Guys, make sure you check out Simon's website. I'll put a link in it below. But Simon is up at Mottram Hall now doing a little bit of coaching as well as playing still a little bit. So make sure you check him out. Thanks for tuning in again. Post any comments or questions down below. Also, if you haven't subscribed, please hit the logo. Make sure you join me on my journey and let's lower your scores. Thanks for watching.